6 awesome cars banned in America. The US car market is one of the largest in the world, with most manufacturers attempting to compete for a piece of the pie. Thanks to America's unique environmental, branding, and safety standards, some of our favorite vehicles sold everywhere else are banned from entering US shores. Used buyers face very tough import regulations, which makes importing a single example of an unhomologated model practically impossible. Let's get right into the video. Number 1. Volkswagen Scirocco. The original Scirocco was introduced along with the first Golf Mark I back in the mid-70s and stayed in production until 1992. After a large absence period, Volkswagen decided to revive the name in 2008 and presented the current generation. Underneath, it's basically a Golf, but the external appearance is far sleeker and more aggressive. European customers can get the Scirocco in a wide range of flavors, the best one being the mighty Scirocco R, which features all-wheel drive and a 300 horsepower engine sourced from the Golf R. With performance-tuned suspension, GTI-derived handling, and a high-quality interior, the Scirocco R is a great choice. Unfortunately, Volkswagen thought that launching a Scirocco R in the USA would cannibalize the sales of the Golf GTI and Golf R, so they decided to leave it to us in Europe. Number 2. Audi S1. When you think of Audi's S models, the first cars that pop into your mind are likely the powerful S4 or S6 sedans, which are sold globally. They're very unlike Audi's smallest hot hatch, however, the S1. With a tiny size, a 2-litre, 230 horsepower turbocharged engine, and most importantly Quattro AWD, the Audi S1 is a completely unique car, with what they thought would have limited market appeal in the States. The 0-60 mph sprint is possible in just 5.8 seconds, hitting a crazy top speed of 155 mph in a Super Mini. Despite the fantastic performance and popularity of the Audi brand on US soil, the S1 will stay firmly in Europe. Although we're not sure why they're just delivering it to Europe, a limited hot hatch market in the USA and a high-end luxury brand to protect might be part of the reason. You're gonna have to wait 25 years, guys. Number 3. Nissan Skyline R34. The Nissan Skyline is one of the most famous Japanese sports cars, and it's hard to believe that only the 6th generation R35 model is the car available globally, including the United States. The previous generation, called the R34, is one of the most iconic cars of the past 30 years, being in Gran Turismo and numerous Fast and Furious movies. When it was first released in 1999, the Skyline was a pretty unique offering, being a 2-door coupe with a twin-turbo 6-cylinder engine and intelligent all-wheel drive. The combination of bulletproof mechanics, superb traction, and unbelievable tuning potential made the Skyline an instant success, although only in right-hand drive markets. The factory rated it at 280 horsepower, but it was clear that the RB26DECT engine produces more than that. Since the power could be enhanced with just a few tweaks, almost all owners upgraded their Skylines within hours of buying it. American buyers have been aware of the Skyline R34 since first conceived, with some wealthy and daring enthusiasts attempting to bring their own examples from overseas. Unluckily for them, US Customs weren't having any of it, and stepped in to confiscate the cars. Number 4. Holden Ute. Not all forbidden fruits come from Europe or Japan. Some come from the land down under, Australia. Interestingly enough, we're talking about the model from General Motors' Australian division, Holden. The Holden Ute is a popular light-duty pickup which features passenger car chassis and engine, but payload and practicality of a truck. Further developing the concept, crazy engineers from Holden decided to install the biggest engine they could find and produce an extremely insane truck with a 6.3-litre V8, 421 horsepower, and rear-wheel drive. Named as the Holden Ute SSV, this is a fully GM product, and the platform is already used in US models, as well as the engine which can be found in the Corvette. Despite the fact that the US customers already know the half-truck, half-car concept with the Chevrolet El Camino or Ford Ranchero, General Motors decided to leave this model in Australia and don't even try to import it with a left-hand drive for American customers, which beg the GM for such a car. We're sure that the Holden Ute will have many customers in America, but the GM management has no plans for importing this model. Number 5. Lotus Elise S1. When the Lotus Elise was introduced in 1996, it took the automotive world by storm. Such a compact yet beautiful roadster with a lightweight body and precise handling was unique to the market and influenced many big manufacturers to produce similar models. The Elise only had 143 horsepower, yet it went from 0 to 60 in just 5.8 seconds, mainly thanks to its 750 kg curb weight. The interior was pretty spartan, with only the bare essentials, but this wasn't a problem as it's hardly a daily. There was, however, a price to pay for Lotus's quest for lightness, resulting in a car that barely passed crash tests in Europe, failing stricter American ones. By the time the second generation came around, Lotus had stepped up their game and the S2 was granted a US passport. Number 6. The BMW 1 Series. All over Europe, the BMW 1 Series is a common car. Most examples you see are equipped with a 1.8 or 2-litre diesel engine, and thanks to compact dimensions and rear-wheel drive, the 1 Series is a great car to drive. If you want a BMW hatchback in the USA, however, I'm afraid you'll be out of luck. The small hatchback market and the existence of the 2 Series has put BMW off from bringing the 1 Series hatchback to the USA. The old 1 Series coupe is available, but you're not going to be able to get the latest generation M135i and M140i hatchbacks anytime soon. With 326 horsepower and a 0 to 60 mph time of less than 5 seconds, the M135i is the perfect car for daily driving. Unlike its 2 Series brother, there is room in the back for bikes, dogs, or anything you might want to carry. Sadly, BMW are suggesting that the new 1 Series might be front-wheel drive, which could persuade them to bring it to the States to compete with the likes of the Mazda 3 and the Ford Focus. Let's hope it stays rear-wheel drive. So there you are. What other cars are banned? What cars should be sold there? Let me know in the comments. I reply to everyone in the first 12 hours. Cheers!